Right. We're live on YouTube. That's good. Let me make sure I'm live on Twitch. That should be. Yep, there I am. Hello. Cool. Let's look at Skitty and Mudkip just driving along in their car for a little while. Hope all of you are doing well. Tonight we're gonna be discussing oh, hold on. Theory bot. What's it need me to do? Thank you. Yay, we did it. Alright. Tonight we'll be discussing our most anticipated games of 2026. Welcome to the new year. Happy New Year, everyone. We made it through 2025, and well, here we are in 2026. It's going to be another one of those well, podcast episodes, I suppose, where I'm not always going to have access to the chat, so I will have to take a little pause every now and then just to see if anyone has commented anything. But besides that, yeah, we're just going to be taking a look at the trailers. I'm going to be discussing my thoughts and theories and all that. I tried to put this in top 10 format, but I made the list before the Game Awards happened, and that added a few more things to the list, which is fine. But yeah, it made things a little longer than 10. But I'll try and more or less go through them in most anticipated, from least anticipated to most anticipated. Of course, we're gonna have our Nintendo games. We're gonna have some PlayStation games. We're gonna have some indies too. But are there gonna be any upsets tonight? Maybe. We'll find out. Yeah. Some good music as well. Hopefully it's not too loud. You know, just I think this is the best way to make my videos for the most part, just going forward. You know, it doesn't need to be anything too extravagant, at least for now. Servers coming along, but you know, it requires a bit more work than what I've put in so far. So, but yeah, we'll get it done. But I'm hoping to come back to streaming fairly soon. Probably in April. I would love for it to be like earlier than that, but I just think I have too much on the go. But we shall see. I think I'm starting to get itchy and starting to get antsy about like coming back and playing some more Xenoblade and all that stuff. But you know, we're not quite there yet. But without further ado, let's hop right into today's topic. So, let's start over here. So, this is Star Wars Galactic Racer. This is AKA the sequel to the podcast, not the podcast, the pod racer of the N64 game. It looks quite good. Not a lot of footage has been shown off so far. I'm not sure how much of this is like actual in-game stuff versus like in-game cinematics. The pod racer was one of my favorite games growing up as a kid, and to see it getting a sequel in 2026 is kind of exciting. Again, I have no idea if this is actually coming out in 2026, but it could be far enough along that, you know, we may even see it this year. I don't think it'll come to Switch 2, but it'll probably come to PS5 and some other consoles. Looking forward to the high speed action. looks just as fun as the original. And it's interesting to see the different vehicles. Yeah, I've been a big Star Wars fan since I was little, and can't wait to see how this one plays and how it feels to like control the different vehicles. See if maybe there's different stats for them. Yeah, I hope it delivers. All right, next, Pragmata. Pragmata is a game from Capcom, and they are basically doing like a puzzle action game. Has a guy with a gun and a little girl, and yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I did get to try this out at PAX West last year. And you know, I really had fun with the game. I think there's going to be a lot of different challenges when you're doing like fighting, because you have to connect all these different grid bases together, make your attacks a little bit stronger. Capcom usually puts out good games, whether it's Resident Evil, which I have not played a game of, but usually they're Mega Man games or they're Monster Hunter games or even like Ace Attorney. Fantastic, and they don't usually disappoint, so there's a bit of the uncanny valley happening, but you know, you get over that and it's fine. I don't think it's my most excited. I don't think it's my most anticipated game, but it is fun. Looking forward to playing more of it and seeing what other stuff it has in store for us. I like sci-fi games, and this one definitely is very sci-fi, and can't wait to see what the story is like. All right. I'm just going to double check, make sure we are moving along here. Cool. Nothing in chat. Just what I like to see. I did not miss any messages. All right. Next up, we have Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight. This was unveiled at the Game Awards, as far as I know. I've been a Lego fan since I was, again, very small. But I only really played the first Lego Batman game back on the Wii. I love the graphics of this game. Each Lego piece actually looks like it's made of bricks. Voice acting's pretty good. I also like how much fidelity there is in like the cape and stuff, and like it's very textured. I don't think the combat will be too hard. It's a Lego game, it's meant for kids. But you know, I think if it's as good as the first one, it could be a lot of fun. And hopefully there's some cool building mechanics and some cool world traversal and who knows what else. I do like the characters in Batman as well. And I think it's probably my favorite non-Marvel superhero. I don't have much more to say. I mean, the gameplay looks solid from what we've seen of the game so far. Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks like a lot of fun. Again, it's not my most anticipated game, but I think it will be fun. Alright, next up, we have Out of Words. I'm trying to remember what this one was. Was this the co-op game? Anyways, I like the handcrafted art style. The stop motion is very cool. I'm not sure what else we saw of this game. I'm just gonna watch this trailer again. But, oh yes, it is the multiplayer game. Yeah, it looks a lot of fun. Like, a lot of fun. Almost like Little Nightmares-esque. But, you know, I think it's gonna be fun to play through with whoever my co-op partner happens to be. Hopefully it's, Alex, but, we'll see if he wants to play this one or not. Alright. Moving on. Again, not too much to talk about there, because not a lot of game footage. Alright, Orbitals. Orbitals is another one that I'm really looking forward to. Except I can't quite remember what it is either. I do like the art style of this game. I think it looks very nice. Oh yes, it's a multiplayer game. That's why I wanted to play it so much. It's always those weird multiplayer games that are like so much fun. And it's like very cartoon art style, like old anime-ish. I like how the gameplay looks so far. Like asymmetric gameplay is always like a favorite of mine. Looks like it has many different gameplay formats and styles. We saw a little bit of racing there at the end of the trailer. And you also get to like fly around, pilot a spaceship, do all that fun stuff. Not sure how long it'll be, but it's coming to Switch too, so I'll probably get it on there. I'm not sure if it's coming anywhere else, but yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. I like the character designs, and yeah, hopefully it comes out early in the year, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't think they showed the yeah, they have not shown the release date yet, so that's fine. Alright. We're gonna hop around a little bit. Just gonna check my chat, see if anyone here is actually in chat. Nope, not yet. Okay, that's fine. Alright, Scott Pilgrim EX. I have not played the original game, but I am a big Scott Pilgrim fan, and I have watched the anime, well, cartoon. I have seen the original movie, and I've also read a few of the O'Malley books as well. And you know, it's just like your basic beat 'em up, but to see like a sequel, which apparently has like new story beats and stuff, I think that'll be fun. And to see like most, well, I guess they've only shown off like, yeah, so like they have new fighters this time around. I think that'll be fun. There's always like some sort of you know, other game like references in there, so it's always fun to see. I think it's coming out soon. So that, yeah, looking forward to that. I think that'll be fun. Next we'll go. Let's go over here. Our first Nintendo developed title, I suppose. Again, it's not my favorite, not my most anticipated game coming out this year, but it is are the Super Mario Brothers 40th being Mario Tennis Fever. Mario sports games are okay. This one basically looks like it's trying to recapture the magic of the Switch version. I mean, they introduce a couple new mechanics, but nothing ground-shattering, earth-shattering, I suppose. It's basically tennis. I was hoping for baseball. We didn't quite get that. Hopefully we'll get baseball soon. But character models look good. It's cool that you can like change your racket. Animations look solid. Just not sure how much fun the actual game will be. There will no doubt be DLC at some point for this game, just based on previous Mario Sports titles. I don't know. Yeah, it's Mario Tennis. Oh yeah, and the talking flower, that's gonna get annoying super fast. But you know, it's fine. I wish it was more of a player rather than a presenter. But it's fine. I like the wonder effects. I like how they're trying to incorporate like Super Mario Brothers Wonder into the game, kinda. But again, it's just probably not going to do a lot for me. Swing mode doesn't add much for me. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I know it's developed by Nintendo, but honestly, it's probably my least favorite on this list so far. Alright, moving along. We're going to get back into the weird stuff. This one is Bradley the Badger. Once again, unveiled at the Game Awards. For sure thought it was like Banjo-Kazooie or something when it first like got revealed, like a successor or something. It is a very strange and weird game because it gets cute, but then it gets kind of weird and creepy and stuff. And like he doesn't always stay a badger either. But like it plays on like other games and like references up past like titles from other developers as well, which is kind of fun. I'm not sure if we know when this game is coming out. I think it's kind of cool what they're trying to go for. It's very unique and very inventive. I always like seeing like something that's a little different, something that's a little unique from stuff that may have been like shown off in other games or stuff. This one's very weird and very, again, very unique. And I like that. I think it'll be fun. Not sure if it's going to be my favorite game of 2026, but this is starting to be like getting to the up into the more higher echelon tiers that I'm kind of looking forward to. I don't think it gave the release date. Like, I'm not sure how much of this stuff is real. It might just be like people having fun with the trailers and stuff. But yeah, not much really known about that, but we'll see. I think it'll be fun. All right. I think it's time for me to check, see if anyone has messaged. Nope, nothing yet. Alright, Audio Mech is our next game. So, we had a little taste of this at the Game Awards. Apparently this is the demo gameplay and first impressions. Someone apparently went live with this game. So I just paused it here, because apparently all it needs is like music and the game. Like you don't need to like start YouTube or Spotify or anything. But apparently you can use like your own music for this game. So that's kind of cool. But it does come with like included songs as well. I thought that's very cool. Anyways, this is like a platformer-ish, and the stages like correspond to like the music and the beats and whatever. Let me just resume my music here. Oh. Record, please try again. Thank you. I haven't actually watched this, but I thought that was kind of like game is like all about music, and I love music. And to see that it works with like music outside of like the game, I think that's quite interesting. I have no idea how well it'll work in practice. Um, but like, I like this. I like the tech vibe of it, like all the colors and stuff. The aesthetic is very unique. I'm not gonna make you watch this whole thing. Like again, I haven't seen all of this, but I think it looks fun. Uh, I don't know if it'll be like again top game of 2026, but again, this is like something that you don't really see in other games. I mean, you get like rhythm games for sure, but like this is kind of unique. I like the idea of this. Um, it'll be interesting to see how hard this game gets based on like different music that you put in. Um, but yeah, looking forward to trying this one out. All right. Next up. Let's go over here. All right. Slay the Spire 2. I enjoyed the first one. Uh, it's a deck builder, kinda. But it's very difficult. It is like a roguelite. Um, I don't think I even managed to finish a run. But I like the game, the original game, and seeing more of this, I think it'll be fun. I don't really know what they can add besides like new cards, new power-ups, new stuff like that. You know, it's a sequel. Um, it's basically what I would expect from a Slay the Spire 2, which is why I'm not overly excited for it. But at the same time, it's like more Slay the Spire, so you know, you can't go wrong. I'll probably try this out on Game Pass when I return to that ecosystem. Because it's no doubt going to be on there. Apparently it said 2025, so maybe it's already out. But yeah, Slay the Spire 2. Again, not the most anticipated on my list, but thought it was kind of cool. All right. Let's go over here. It's Deltarune, Chapter 3 again. But no, I wanted to talk about Deltarune Chapter 5 because hopefully it's coming out 2026. I know I still have Chapter 4 to play through, but I'm looking forward to having the full game finally available. Hopefully Chapter 5 comes out. It would be very nice, but I don't know what exactly we're going to be in store for because I have not played and finished, Chapter 4. Which is why I'm trying to keep spoilers fairly light. Why I'm showing Chapter 3 rather than Chapter 4. We all know that like it takes place in a school. All these things are like house objects and whatever. And like they're just made into monsters. Oh, that's cute. But Toby Fox is a master. I think he's really good at making like independent games like this and like Undertale and anything like that. The music has been great so far, and you know, I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of the game has to offer. We're gonna get craziness either way, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what the rest of the game has in store. Alright, moving on. We'll go over here. Another one that I am I'm looking forward to, but maybe not quite as highly, is Pokopia. Pokemon's game for 2026. Hopefully this is it. They're not putting out like generation, what are we on? 10? It's a interesting looking game. I'm not expecting much from this game, since Pokemon usually likes to cater towards, you know, children. The character design is cute for the main character. It's very Minecraft heavy-ish. I'll be waiting for reviews on this one for sure, because Pokemon's always hit or miss for me. But I thought I'd put it in here since it's kind of different for Pokemon, and I don't know, I think it could be good. I don't know how good, but I mean, it's interesting seeing Pokemon in a new way. Doesn't look like too much battling happens, and you're just like building out this world, kinda, and living your life with Pokemon. And you know, that's absolutely fine. Not everything has to be formulaic and stale. It's like a farming game? Actually, no. Basically Minecraft, you guys know. Like, yeah, I don't know what else they'll show us for this game, but we'll no doubt get more and a better look at it later on in the year. All right. Let's go over here. All right. Marvel's Wolverine. I have not seen this trailer either. I was a big fan of the Spider-Man game. Both Spider-Man games and Miles Morales. And this game has me kind of excited. At least it like kinda. Like the fact it's made by Insomniac again is like pretty good. I haven't seen the full trailer, so I haven't been as up to date on this as previously. Sorry about all the blood. I had no idea this game was so violent. But you know, when you have claws, I guess it kind of comes with the territory. I think it still looks fun. I don't know how fun it'll be compared to Spider-Man since you're not swinging around. Story should still be fun. I don't know. Graphics look pretty good. It'll be interesting to see what X-Men villains show up here. Cool that you can... Oh, Mystique's in the game. That's kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be fun. Do we have a release date on this? Probably not. Oh, is that Colossus? Fall 2026. So, yeah. Probably September, October, something like that. Anyway, it should be fun. Let's do more Nintendo stuff? Yeah, let's do a few more Nintendo games. Alright, this is Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Ever since Yoshi's Story? I guess that's not really true. I didn't have fun with Yoshi's Woolly World. Have not played all of Yoshi's Crafted World. Yoshi games are hit or miss, but this one looks to be more of a hit than a miss for me. I like the paper book aesthetics. I like how colorful this game is. I like how, like, it's kind of cool how, like, it takes place in a book and, like, the art style is kind of different. I have no idea how different this game will be, but I mean, it looks fun. I like how cute it appears to be, and I don't know. I just think it's gonna be. I like how the words appear too. Like that's just a unique concept. And like even though it looks like a low frame rate, I think it's doing that on purpose. I think it's a stylistic choice. Because like when you look at the movement of Yoshi, like everything else looks like it's still flowing like 60 FPS or whatever. I don't know if this game will have like a multiplayer or not. It might not. Probably no transformations, I'm thinking. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Yoshi's Adventure, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Spring 2026, so should be fairly soon. Yeah. All right, next up, let's take a look at this one. All right, this is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Now, this is the review and demo thoughts. Performance analysis, I guess. I wasn't really big into Dragon Quest for the longest time. That changed with 11S on the Switch. And then I played the first game, and I can really tell how far the series has come. I have never played 7, but, you know, it's one of those adventures and RPGs that have, like, iconic anime art style, and, you know, again, I have not played this game before, but it's quite cool to see, like, how it compares to, like, the original game, kinda. And how graphically updated it looks like. It looks really well done. Again, turn-based combat, of course, you know, like, what can you expect? I think has been most. Yeah, I think there may have been 1 or 2 Dragon Quest games that were not turn-based, but you know, that's kind of what you like in RPGs. You like a mixture, and to have more turn-based stuff is always fun. Oh, you can see the difference between the two versions. Yeah, Switch 2 really makes it feel lived in. The Switch version looked kind of blurry. Anyways, that's Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. I'm really looking forward to playing that one. Let's go here. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. I've not played, once again, I've not played all the games in the series for Professor Layton. But I do like puzzles. I do like the weird stories that Professor Layton games seems to have. I have played exactly 2 games in the series, being the Mysterious Village, which is very good, and the Ace Attorney crossover game. To see that it has been brought back on Switch 2, I think it's going to be a very good game. And seeing what kind of story the game has, and like just watching it unfold, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like a Professor Layton game. It's probably going to play like one. I have no idea how it'll compare to the rest in the series. Hopefully it lives up to everyone's hype and expectations. I think it will. It'll be interesting to see if Catriel makes an appearance in this game or not. I'm not sure if anyone liked her. But, you know, level 5 introduced her, and to not use her again would be kind of a shame, but, you know, it's alright. Luke and Layton really are the stars of the show. I wonder what kind of puzzles are going to be in this one, too. Anyways, that is Professor Layton at the New World of Steam. Let's go here next. Actually, I'm just gonna double check. Alright. Wow, what a lovely scene. Yeah, it's Danganronpa 2x2. This is like a remaster or a reimagining or an extension of the second game. Apparently it's gonna play a little different or have like different story twists and stuff. I've not played 2x2 yet. Rather 2 yet. Goodbye Despair. But I am playing through the first Danganronpa game. It's very fun. Seeing all the different ways that the people get killed, figuring out the mysteries and whodunits. I like, as you guys know, I'm a big Ace Attorney fan, and having the court system and like putting up objections to like what people kind of think or the assumptions that people have is quite fun. I have no idea how big this one will be compared to the other 3 games in the series. I'm hoping it's more of a like along the same lines rather than a short adventure. It looks faster paced, but maybe that's just the trailer being sped up or something. Spike Chunsoft always makes good games. As you can probably tell from the Games of 2025 list, I am starting to become more and more of a fan of Spike Chunsoft and all the different stuff that they put out there. So yeah, Danganronpa 2x2. Looks fun. We'll do this one next. Alright, Splatoon Raiders. I love Splatoon. I'm a big Splatoon guy. I love the whole series. I like the idols. I like all that stuff. But unfortunately, I suck at the game. I'm not the best Splatoon player. There are people way better than I am. And, you know, it's just one of those things where you can love a game but be mediocre or horrible at it. I don't know where my skills really sit, but to see this game, which looks to be like a full-fledged Splatoon adventure single-player game, like, this is gonna be a lot of fun for me. I have no idea when this game is coming out. Hopefully the summertime. That would be fantastic. No big reveals yet, really. I think like a Splatoon single player adventure game, like, yeah, sign me up. Who knows what's gonna happen in this game? Are we gonna find more Octarians, or like, how is this gonna compare to the single player content of the other multiplayer games? I'm expecting just like bigger levels. Like, you can walk on the land, so that's kind of different ish. A lot of people aren't going to be happy because of, I'm thinking this is probably going to take up time from Splatoon 4. And I know a lot of people love the multiplayer aspect of Splatoon, because like that's what the game was originally. But you know, I think this game will have something to offer for like people who want a different experience of Splatoon, not necessarily the same turf wars and ranked battles and stuff like that. I think this is gonna be like a really nice entry point to newcomers, and B, like just a different experience for those of us who want something new. Who knows if more than just who knows what the idols are gonna be in this game? Like, it shows Shiver, Fry, and Big Man, but are we gonna get Callie and Marie back? Are we gonna get like Pearl and Marina back? Who knows? I'm thinking we'll probably see this in summer. I mean, that would make a lot of sense. Maybe a July release. Hasn't shown off like a ton of gameplay, just the opening cinematic basically, and a few gameplay snippets here and there. I wonder how much lore this is gonna add to the series. But yeah, it should be fun. Alright, and our last game for tonight gonna check, see how people are doing. Alright. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. I like strategy games. I like chess. I really like strategy games, like picking your best units, like figuring out how the triangle works. I mean, once you played one, you kind of know how the triangle works, but still. It'll be interesting to see what this game is. It has a kind of a, I don't know what kind of stuff. It has like a almost medieval vibe, or like a Colosseum kind of esque vibe. Nice to see that towns return. I mean, that was a big deal in Three Houses. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be more of a serious game rather than Engage, where it was more lighthearted. Character designs look pretty good. You know, it's still grid-based, which is good. Crits. Cinematics are always fun to see. That looks... These attacks look kind of different. Where it has arts. And like a larger area of attack. Looks like people are just like swinging swords all over the place, but I don't know. It looks like Fire Emblem. I'm not sure when exactly this game's coming out. Also, Sophis is back, but not really. Maybe it is her, I don't know. And yeah, all we have is 2026. I would probably suspect that this game is not till like November or October. But we have gotten like early releases for Fire Emblem games in the past, but we don't really know much about this one. I know Nintendo usually likes to hold like games close to their chest. And then like do quick turnarounds. And I mean, the core looks like it's there. The core gameplay mechanics of Fire Emblem looks like it's all there. Like you have the town, you have the battles, you have all that. It could very well come out before like the middle of the year. But I don't know. I have a feeling it won't be until later. So yeah, those are all the games I'm highly anticipating for 2026. I have no idea like which ones are like my top picks. There are definitely those that I talked about tonight that are more hype inducing rather than some of the other ones I talked about tonight. But we also like, we can always get more announcements and reveals like in the middle or beginning or end of the year. Like, who knows what 2026 holds in store, and that's kind of exciting. Yeah. I'm not sure how many of these I'll play on stream, but we will find out. So. Thank you everyone for watching. If you have questions, please feel free to share them now. Otherwise, I'm just gonna call it a stream and say thank you very much for watching. I'll probably have a stream again for you guys, probably maybe in February. But we won't get back to like gameplay till maybe late February or early April. Well, that's gonna do it for me for tonight. Thanks again, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and post your favorite games, your most anticipated games in the comments. Looking forward to hearing what you are looking forward to this wonderful year. And we will talk to you again in the next one. Bye for now.